Black History Month celebrates the contributions that Black Americans had on our history and culture and how we build a better tomorrow. This morning, we welcome Dr. Ghislaine Lewis, an associate professor for communications and co-chair for Africana Studies at the University of Lynchburg, to tell us more about how Black history can honor the past, celebrate the present, and inspire the future. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so you guys have a full calendar this month to celebrate Black History Month. Before we go into the details and the particulars of that, let's start with why honoring the honoring Black History Month is important, not just for African Americans, but really for all Americans.
Absolutely. I think it's really important that we take stock of where we've been and how far we have to go. I think it's really important that we sit down and think about the contributions Blacks have made to this country and how they are interwoven into the history of the country. And what better way than to sit down, not only in February, but throughout the year to remember those contributions.
What would you recommend or suggest is the best way to honor the past? Oftentimes, I can remember growing up that you only heard about African-American history in the month of February. And then I was happy when it was coined, or I guess it was a slogan coined, it was like Black 365, honoring Black History Month every day of the year. So what would you recommend as a good way to honor Black history?
So the first thing I would say, of course, I'm a professor, so I would always say read and read widely. There's so much knowledge to be gained when we sit down and delve into our history. The other thing is that in our region, there's so many historical sites that we can visit to learn about the contributions of Blacks to Central Virginia.
And you're right. I think oftentimes people forget that there are such historical cultural institutions that we can gain from and certainly experience. You don't have to wait for your child's school field trip to take it upon yourself and to experience it for yourself. Well, as I mentioned earlier, you all at the University of Lynchburg have a lot planned, a month full of activities to celebrate Black history. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect this month.
So our Black History Month calendar this year is particularly student driven. We've got events by the Black Students Association, the African Caribbean Union, the Center for Community Engagement, where the Bonner leaders reside. And so they're going to be having events across campus, including a Jeopardy night, a Black History Month swag giveaway. They're going to have a soul food day or lunch. They're also going to have a taste of the African diaspora towards the end of the month.
And so,
in addition,
oh yeah, go ahead. No, please.
In addition, we're going to have 3 courageous conversations around race and reconciliation throughout every single Wednesday throughout the month. And on February 2nd, we're going to have our keynote, which is Diana Bryant from the University of Virginia.
Now, can anyone participate in what you all have going on? Is it just for students and faculty? Do you have to live in the area? Who can take part?
No, a lot of our events are virtual, particularly the Courageous Conversations and our conversations on race and reconciliation. And so we will have all of our links to those conversations posted on the university website, lynchburg.edu, and on the university's Facebook page. There are going to be a series of in-person events, including a gospel concert and the lunches and the taste of the African diaspora, and everybody's welcome to join us on campus. On February 12th, there's going to be a service purge, which we're going to be doing on Pearl Street with the Center for Community Engagement. And of course, volunteers are always welcome to come join us on Pearl Street.
Excellent. Well, let us know the website we can go to learn more, to get a full list of events.
So it's lynchburg.edu or University of Lynchburg on Facebook.
Perfect. And before we let you go, what would you say, how does our Black history inspire the future of America?
So I think if we consider where we're coming from and we look at the challenges that we've had, I think it's a good foundation for us to think about how do we not repeat those mistakes going forward? And how do we think about creating a more equitable and inclusive community?
Well, Dr. Lewis, it's been a pleasure speaking with you this morning. Looking forward to checking out your full calendar and taking part in all that you all have planned for the entire community this month. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.